Yo, chat, I got some updates on the D4vd Celeste murder case. Before we get into that, I want to acknowledge that you guys have been going crazy in the comments, giving me your point of view, your perspective, how you see things. I want to say that basically my theory in my last video was that it was just a theory. I could very well be wrong. I'm just trying to share how I see things, my train of thought. This is how I'm reacting to it in real time. You're seeing my thoughts connect. In this video, I'm gonna give you updates. We're gonna go over timelines. You guys have been going crazy in the comments. And I like that we could openly discuss things. Whatever it may be, all perspectives are welcome. But yeah, let's just breeze over the facts, what we know thus far. I know you've been hearing it over and over and over. We're gonna breeze through it just so we're on the same page, right? So Celeste was reported missing April 5th, 2024 in Lake Elsinore, California. She was 13 years old. Matthew Rivas said when his sister disappeared, she was on her way to see a movie with David, but never returned. A Tesla was reported abandoned in the Hollywood Hills, then sat in the tow yard for days. Neighbors said it had been parked for more than a month. Celeste was found dismembered in David's Tesla at a Hollywood impound lot on September 8th, 2025. The remains found in a bag. Officials noted her body appeared to have been in a car for an extended period of time and was severely decomposed. A home near where David's Tesla was abandoned was searched by police on September 17, 2025. David does not own the residence, but allegedly had been staying there prior to touring via law enforcement. Detectives emerged from the house with a computer and several evidence bags. David then cancels his withered tour. He canceled it September 19th, right? About 5 days ago. Now, as of earlier today, reports came out that David skedaddled. He got up out of there. So, David's surprising move after his home is raided in dead teen investigation. David's packing up. He's leaving. He's leaving that Hollywood Hills home. The abandoned car was found about 2 blocks from that home, right? David's manager was renting the home, and David was known to have stayed there. Singer David made a surprising move after police raided his home in Hollywood Hills, California in connection with the dismembered body of a missing teen found in his Tesla earlier this month. The 20-year-old, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, and his manager, Josh Marshall, allegedly broke their $20K a month lease just days after the raid of the property, according to the property's owner. The Mirror US has contacted Burke and Marshall for comment. On September 8th, a 15-year-old girl named Celeste was found dead in the front trunk of his Tesla belonging to David after a foul smell was reported coming from the vehicle. Right, this vehicle is the key. I look forward to police thoroughly searching this vehicle for DNA, because at the end of the day, all the TikToks, all of the photos, all of the songs is simply circumstantial. It's not going to hold up in the court of law. We need concrete evidence in the form of DNA or a testimony from somebody, right? Something linking David to this murder. Everything else is just circumstantial, as crazy as it sounds, right? Because David just looks really guilty. All of these connections via his music, the photos, it looks crazy, but it's all circumstantial. I have faith in LAPD. I have faith that they're going to get this together and they're going to sort this out. You not only have the Tesla, you have Celeste's phone, David's phone, and everything that's in it, all the data in it, all the text messages, calls. They're able to triangulate their location at all times, even if the phone's off. You know what I'm saying? I have faith that they're going to find what they need. All right, let me see. Where was I? Okay, the home's owner, Bin Laden. All right, pardon me, I'm butchering that name. Trifonovic, sounds Serbian, told the Daily Mail that Marshall signed a lease in February 2024. That same month, Rivas was reported missing from her family's home in Lake Elsinore. At the time, she had briefly returned, but was reported missing in May. Oh, Jesus Christ, this name again. Trifonovic added that after last week's raid, Marshall terminated his lease and began moving out. They are moving out this week. The moving trucks will be here soon. They've decided to move out because of the ongoing circumstances. I could imagine David's getting a lot of threats. He doesn't feel safe. It was thoroughly searched by police. I hope they revisit it again, double back, see if they missed anything. I'm imagining them scanning the home with black lights to look for blood. They didn't want to be there anymore. The homeowner continued before adding he had no knowledge of who Burke was, or that he was living at the home until his real estate manager informed him about the raid on Thursday. This has all been such a big shock. I'm still trying to process everything, and I'm anxiously waiting for the story to conclude itself. It's very disturbing. All right, how many times are they going to name this guy? Trifonovic hasn't been in direct contact with the LAPD and isn't sure what was found inside the home. However, the homeowner has spoken with Marshall, whom he described as being shocked by the investigation. Trifonovic. I think the Vich, that's how it's supposed to be pronounced, right? Trifonovich now hopes that the mystery surrounding Rivas' disappearance and circumstances of her death will be uncovered. He said, like everyone else, I want to know who is responsible for this and how a little girl's disappearance could slip through so many layers of responsibility. Are more people responsible for this other than the immediate ones? Who else is to blame? It's terrible. You never imagined for 1 second that a property you own could be dragged into something like this. It's a very safe neighborhood with lots of security. All right, I guess he's saying that because he wants his property value to stay there and not drop because of the crime, right? The police will have plenty of surveillance footage to work with. There has to be footage of somebody putting that bag in the Tesla. There has to be, man. There has to be. Since the identification of Rivas' body, David has canceled his remaining U.S. tour dates as police continued their investigation into her death. All right, David got up out of there. Throughout this whole ordeal, David has not said one word. Not one word. Nothing. Not one word. All right, let's say we're in a parallel universe. David is innocent. All hypothetical. You had a connection with this girl. She was your friend. She was more. She was also a friend. You're not going to say, like, at least RIP, like, or send your condolences to the family or something like that. Like, come on. I guess at the same time, what could you possibly say? Everyone thinks you did it. Chat, this is an overall timeline of everything, all the way back to when David meets Celeste in late 2021. She would have been 11 at this point. David, what, like 16? September 7th, 2022, Celeste's 12th birthday, romantic homicide music video released. It's released on her birthday. Exact date, right? October 23rd, 2022, David and Celeste's first public interaction via Discord. February 2023, It For Me is born. It-a-me is an alter ego David has. And apparently this alter ego wears a blindfold. That alter ego is witnessed in his One Last Dance music video, where two people are placing a dead body in a trunk and David is there with his bloody shirt. That character symbolizes pain. So we have an understanding who It-a-me is. September 7th, 2023, Celeste's birthday releases Birthday Suicide. Again? How many songs he has falling on her birthday? Nah, YouTube, this is not what it looks like. This is awesome, though, that they're providing a hotline. No, I'm trying to search for this song, YouTube. September 8th, 2023. David releases the Lost Pedal EP. December 13th, 2023. David posts pics with Celeste on Discord. December 23rd, 2023. David releases a song, Celeste. Celeste is not only the song's title, but he also references her name throughout the song as well. David goes live with Celeste January 11th. February 7th, 2024, David posts TikTok about Hello Kitty girl he met in 2021. February 14th, Valentine's Day, Celeste runs away. Early March 2024, Celeste returns home. April 5th, Celeste runs away and is announced missing. Never returns home again. June 7, 2024. David posts TikTok with Celeste's hand. June 27th. Celeste seen going backstage with David's brother. July 7th. David announces pregnancy on Discord. No more messages from Celeste past this point. Forced into hiding? Question mark. The theory goes that basically she got pregnant, and him being a huge star at this point, he cannot have this come out, and he possibly kills her. This shit is just mad fucking disturbing, man. September 2024, David gets tattoo on his finger. Celeste found with matching one. February 2nd, 2025, video of David cleaning Celeste's shoes. Okay, February 2025, Celeste reports when your man turns into your baby daddy. All right. So we could speculate that Celeste was most definitely pregnant. That's motive. That's motive for her death. Why else would she die? It's very possible that she's pregnant. She didn't want to get an abortion. Maybe she doesn't believe in abortion. Maybe she's looking at it from a financial security point of view. You know, she's going to be set for life. David is a big superstar. He's not even a fucking superstar. I didn't know who the fuck he was. He's not no fucking superstar. David, from his point of view, he's rich. He's young. If the story gets out that he got a 15-year-old girl pregnant, it's going to be crazy, bro. That's insane. That's insane. That is insane. He cannot have this come out. March 2025, the day Celeste previously said the baby was due. April 2025, Celeste potentially killed, indicating her body was stored. Jesus Christ, there might be a baby involved. April 11 to the 20th, David performs at Coachella. April 25th, David and Celeste first mention of breakup and Celeste no longer in the server. April 25th, David releases Withered album. April 27th, David performs in Texas. May 2025, car was reportedly seen on the street moving spots. Late July, early August, Celeste's body estimated to be left in the car. July 28th, tagged in swag post with Celeste Herrera. That's the other Celeste. There's apparently 2 girls named Celeste. How many girls named Celeste do you know? I don't know any. It's insane to me. I don't think that's coincidental whatsoever. I think this older Celeste was going to be the cover-up Celeste. So he has that plausible deniability to say, if anyone references Celeste, oh, you mean this one? Like, she's old. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it looks like. She looks like a cover-up girl. I don't think she's even aware of that. From David's perspective, I could definitely see him purposefully looking for an older Celeste to be the cover-up Celeste. This has been the Celeste I've been with the whole time. That girl, it's this Celeste. You know what I'm saying? To throw things off. I think that's her purpose in David's eyes. July 30th, he performs in San Fran with a casket hearse funeral style. Absolutely nuts. July 31st, Celeste supposedly last liked David's Instagram. Celeste potentially killed or at least placed in car. Idemi dies. Idemi, as I referenced before, this is David's alter ego symbolizing pain. It's a blindfolded character. Anytime you see him blindfolded, he's living through the eyes of his alter ego, Idemi. August 6th, David performs in Arizona. 7th, video of La Mesa must have been recorded. 8th, David performs in Texas. 13th, David posts creepy video on his alt account of La Mesa Motel, Santa Rosa. August 13th, David performs in Orlando. Same motel, video was posted, but it's a 24-hour drive away. Mid-August, car seen moving to multiple different streets. Her friend supposedly lose contact with her. 3 weeks before September 7th, car was reported on the same street for around 3 weeks. Celeste's 15th birthday, promotes Withered album with 15 songs. His last post. The 15 songs, 15th birthday, not coincidental. Car is impounded with Texas license plates. September 7th. David's last post on Instagram and Reddit, Twitter, and hasn't posted since. September 8th, Celeste's body is found, day after her birthday. September 19th, all David shows canceled. Let me add, September 23rd, it's reported that David is moving out of his Hollywood Hills mansion.